Hi everyone, and welcome back to Faith and Flower. If you're new, my name is Robin, and today I have a cleaning video for you guys, but specifically I'm going to be cleaning things that I know I forget to clean or else I just don't like to clean. And I know that a lot of you guys feel the same way. In fact, when I did a video like this before, I got a great response and you guys gave me a whole bunch of new ideas that I'm going to be including in today's video. So if you're like me, you have a cleaning routine and lots of times you just get in the habit of doing the same things the same way over and over, and you might skip something, or maybe it's something that you just don't enjoy cleaning, so you don't do it as often as you should. And a couple of these tasks maybe only need to be done a couple times a year or once a month, and so it's not part of your daily or weekly cleaning routine, but you do need to keep them in mind. And so I'm giving you a reminder today and also some tips on how to clean those areas. So let's get started. I have had my HE or high efficiency front loading washing machine for probably almost 8 years now, and it has been running really well and I have not had a problem with smells. But I know that this is an issue for a lot of people, and the reason why is that a lot of buildup can happen in the gasket near the door, and when we don't clean them properly we can wind up with a really funky smell that can actually cause our clothes to smell as well. This odor can be caused by mold and mildew, and just cleaning it on a regular basis every month or so can prevent this entirely. All you will need is 3/4 of a cup of distilled white vinegar. You can substitute bleach for this. However, bleach can be toxic, and although it disinfects, I prefer using vinegar, which works just as well. Then you will need to select the hottest cycle that you have on your washing machine, and mine is called Whitest Whites. And then you will also want to make sure that you select the extra rinse option. Pour the vinegar into the bleach compartment of your washing machine. My machine actually has a specific option for cleaning the machine and will give me a reminder signal once a month. Then allow your washer to run all the way through this cycle without anything in the drum. When the cycle is complete, I like to clean the inside and outside of my washing machine, and again, I'm just using some white vinegar and a microfiber cloth. I mostly concentrate on the gasket area, the rubber part in the front near the door, and I clean the outside and then I lift it up and clean underneath really well all the way around. And this is where a lot of debris gets caught, and even after you run it through with the hot water and the vinegar, there can still be residue in here. So doing this will ensure that you get all of that removed, and that will definitely eliminate any bad odors that are coming from your washing machine. Also wipe down the inside and outside of the door. The vinegar will dissolve any buildup on the inside, and in the laundry room the dust from the dryer can really collect in all of the nooks and crannies around the door, so I take this opportunity to clean that as well. The dispenser of your washing machine needs to be cleaned once a month as well. The detergent and the fabric softeners that we use can really build up in there, and they can also be a source of odor over time. So I remove the tray, and then again with just some white vinegar, water, and a microfiber cloth, I clean all around there and remove any buildup that has occurred. Each machine design is a little bit different, but my dispenser comes apart in a couple of different ways, so I disassemble everything that I can just to make it easier to access all of the different compartments. And then I just wipe it down again with my microfiber cloth and vinegar. Once everything's been reassembled and put back into place, then I will continue to clean the outside of the washer, and I'll do the dryer as well. I'm just using some of the Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose spray in the peony scent, and it is making our laundry room smell great. Doing this once a month can keep your washing machine running efficiently for years, and you'll never have a problem with weird odors in your laundry room or in your clothes. Crown molding, baseboards, and doors are areas that we forget to clean because they don't necessarily need to be done once a week, but we need to include them in our cleaning routine once a month or maybe every 2 months. I am using the extendable duster from eCloth, and this makes this job so much easier, and I think that's why I have avoided doing this on a more regular basis in the past, because I didn't have a really easy means of accessing these areas without dragging out the ladder. And so with this tool I can reach all of the crown moldings, and while I'm up there I'll usually do the vents and the lights as well. When I'm ready to do the baseboards, I can just shorten the handle to make it the perfect length so that I don't have to bend over when I do the baseboards, making it super simple. And as you can see, Austin is really curious about this new toy that he can play with while I'm cleaning. To clean the doors, I'm just using some of the Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose spray and a microfiber cloth, and I'm just going to go over the doors. And this is actually an e-cloth, and I really like it because it's the kitchen cloth that has the little scrubby corner to it. So whenever I get to something, it usually happens like around the door handles that's a little bit sticky or stuck onto the door, I can use this to scrub it off, and it doesn't remove any of the paint. asked you guys in the last video to give me some ideas for things that you think people may be forgetting to clean, and this one was suggested by Fran, and I think it's a great one. Our window screens are one place that I know I don't think about cleaning very often. Ours are actually on the inside of our house, and so they don't get all that dirty, but we have lived in homes where they're on the outside of the windows, and they can get quite dirty and definitely require at least seasonal cleaning. I'm just using my damp e-cloth microfiber cloth, and I'm wiping down the screens on both sides, and that is the perfect thing to remove the dust. If you have screens that are on the outsides of your windows and they are excessively dirty, then spraying them down with a hose and then following with a microfiber cloth should do the trick. For me, the most difficult part of this job is getting the screens back in the windows. We usually do this twice a year, once in the fall and again in the spring, and that's when we clean our windows. My husband has a knack for getting these back in, so usually that's his job. Fourth thing you might be forgetting to clean is your garbage disposal, and this was a suggestion from Andy. There are several different ways that you can do this, but my favorite method is pretty much the same method that I showed you in my last video for cleaning out the shower drains. And all you'll need is about a half a cup of baking soda and a half a cup of white distilled vinegar. And basically you just pour the baking soda down into the garbage disposal and follow it with the vinegar. Allow the baking soda and vinegar to work in your garbage disposal for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then follow with boiling water while your garbage disposal is running. Doing this once a week or so will keep your garbage disposal running smoothly. In between, I like to put any lemon or lime peels that I'm using throughout the week into the garbage disposal and run the garbage disposal, and this will keep it smelling nice and fresh. The filters on your stove's hood also might be an area that you're forgetting to clean on a regular basis. Depending on how much you cook at home, this should be done at least twice a year and a lot more often if you cook at home regularly. I try to clean ours about every other month because we cook at home quite often. Some manufacturers say that you can put them in the dishwasher. I prefer to clean them in the sink, and today I'm going to try two different products. The first is this tea tree and lemon surface cleaner that I made, and I will have the recipe in the description box below if you like to make your own products. And I'm also trying out the Method Heavy Duty Degreaser, and this is also a natural degreaser, and I've actually used this one before, so I know it works, but I want to compare the homemade one, and so I thought I'd give that a try today. So with both products, I'm just going to spray the screens really thoroughly, and then I'm going to let them sit and sort of soak for about 10 or 15 minutes. After the products have had some time to start breaking up and dissolving some of the grease, then I just go over it with a little bit of regular dishwashing detergent and a sponge to just further loosen up the grease. Just rinse the filters with some boiling water. Both of the products that I used did a great job, and both of the filters came out sparkling clean and grease-free. And if you guys are interested in making your own recipes for cleaners, I will have the one for this one in the description box below, and I also made a video where I show how to make it, so I'll have that linked in the cards above. Your filters need to be completely dry before you replace them. To speed up that process, prop them up so that they can drain vertically, and this will help them dry much faster. While the filters are drying, I'm just using a damp e-cloth kitchen cloth to clean the areas all around the hood where the filters go. There's usually quite a bit of grease built up in these areas too. When the filters are completely dry, you can replace them. And by doing this on a regular basis, you will extend the life of the fan in your hood. Clean, clear filters will allow the air to flow more freely, and your fan won't have to work as hard. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I hope it gave you lots of motivation for cleaning those areas of your home that you either forget or just don't like to clean. And if you are new to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. So make sure when you subscribe that you hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you guys and have a wonderful week. I'll see you in the next video.